The other headlines lingering from the previous administration's 50 running scandals still bushed. Number 3, Katrina-Gate. With 68% of the $6 billion promised by the president to rebuild the Gulf remaining unspent, maybe we all should have guessed this. CBS reported last night it appears the FEMA office in downtown New Orleans appears to be dragging its feet so its senior managers will keep their jobs there. Employees speaking out anonymously out of fear have been told to expect the office to remain open for 15 years. Managers not only make $100,000 a year plus benefits, but CBS reported they're living like the Wild West in there. 80 complaints of sexual or racial harassment have been filed in that one FEMA office since last month. Number 2, undercover of Darkness-Gate. A senior official at the Pentagon has told NBC News that Defense Secretary Gates has decided to lift the automatic ban on media coverage of the return of the U.S. war dead to Dover Air Force Base in Delaware. Most sensibly, the new policy will neither be no coverage nor coverage of every casket. It will be the decision of the families. Remember the origin of this ban? It came on December 21st, 1989. That was the day that live coverage on CNN, ABC, and CBS of the first President Bush's not exactly solemn news conference at the White House was suddenly put into a split screen with live coverage of caskets arriving at Dover containing the first war fatalities after he ordered our invasion of Panama. Number 1, Anthrax-Gate. As you know, under Mr. Bush, the FBI closed the case saying that Army scientist Bruce Ivans made them in a flask at Fort Detrick in Maryland, flask number RMR-1029, and then he killed himself. Well, maybe not. The magazine Nature now reports that at a biodefense conference this Tuesday, a scientist from the Sandia National Laboratories in Albuquerque presented analyses of 3 anthrax letters, the ones sent to Senator Daschle, Senator Leahy, and the New York Post. They show anthrax mixed with silicon, oxygen, iron, and tin. Bruce Ivans' flask at Fort Detrick, good old number RMR-1029, contained anthrax, no silicon, no oxygen, no iron, and no tin. In fact, Ivans' entire lab at Fort Detrick showed anthrax, silicon, and oxygen, but no iron and no tin. The analyst cautions that the iron and the tin could have worked their way into the anthrax between its time in a flask, somebody's flask, and its time in those envelopes. You remember the anthrax attacks? Killed 5 Americans, sickened 17 more, September 19th, 2001 till November 21st, 2001, thus falling into that time period after 9/11, the time George Bush and his apologists still insist he kept us safe.